Now let's see how we can format this table here. The first thing I want to do is to hide those light grids that are here by default, so this will be more obvious when I apply changes. We have the font group here that we'll be using. We have the alignment group, and we also have the number group, and then we have the styles. So if we start with font, I think font itself is quite intuitive. You know, if you use Microsoft Word, you should be aware of what that does. So obviously you can come here, you can change the font. And then you can change the size. You can change the size just by clicking here, it goes up, clicking here, it goes down, the bold, italic, all that, you know. And obviously the font color itself. Now what is specific to Excel, as we are dealing with cells, with rectangles or squares and the like, so we can do two things. The first thing we can do is to change the background of the cell, and the second thing is you can change the borders of that cell. Now if we look at the background color, so those are all the colors that you can add to the background of the cell. So for instance, if I put this here, the cell background becomes that color. So that's pretty simple and intuitive to understand. Microsoft has put neatly all the color shades here. So one of the things you can do is you can apply a strong color to the headings, and in the same color scheme you apply a lighter one. And to make it clear, what you can do is obviously change the font of this to white. So this is just an option, I suppose. Now I'm going to remove this. If you think you don't have enough colors, you can still go here at more colors, and then you have an array here. You can input a hex value if you like, or if you prefer the RGB, you can put it here, and here the same, you can slide to have dark or clear. A little bit less overwhelming is this part here where you only have a finite amount of colors, and they're all showing that, so it's quite handy. So this is what you can do. And after, say, you want to have this one the same as the heading, you can go there, you can put the dark, and then you can put the white here, the white font. So that's one way to do it. So that's for the background of cells, quite intuitive. Now the borders of the cell. Here there is absolutely no borders to those cells, but if I go onto one cell here, for instance, and I just click by the default value, for instance, so that will put an underline on the cell. If I don't like the default value, I can change it. I can say, okay, I just want to have the right-hand side of the cell showing. And then I click here, and it's showing it here. And then you have all those possibilities. You have the thick ones here. You have the double here, for instance. And then that's pretty much it for the top part. Now, if we look at the bottom part, it gives you also Excel gives you also the possibility to draw your own border. So that's, if you're very handy with a mouse, that could be good, but I don't find that extremely useful. It's a bit of gimmicky if you ask me. And then you can go back and you can erase it. Whoops. Draw borders to be used with caution. Try it. See if you like it. You might like it more than me. But what's interesting is the more borders part here. So this is where you can really, let me put back a black type of color here. This is where you can decide, especially when you select a large amount of cells, you can decide all the style here, the outline, and then you can just specifically build your own design here. So that's something that is quite useful. Very good. So this is for the font group here. Now the alignment is also quite intuitive. That allows you to put the content of a cell either on the right hand side, on the left hand side, on the top or on the bottom. Something else that can be useful for very large tables is you can put the text like this, so that will allow you to put your cells closer. We've seen that before, but you can extend the size of the cell. For instance, I think everything is too squashed here, so I'm just selecting a few cells, and I'm just opening up like this. As we are discussing groups of cells, obviously, if you select a group, you can change the border for all the group. Like for instance, you go here, just go back, and I say all borders, and that will give me borders for all the cells using the previous color I had. So this is another option. So this is to indent. This is to wrap text let's say I don't have enough room here. The first option, as mentioned before, is just we can increase the size of the cell, but the other option is if you don't want to change the size of the cell, that will wrap around the text like this. If I remove this, it just puts it back on top. That will wrap the text, so once again, to be used with caution, I put everything back on top. I like to have things in the middle. I just select everything, I put everything back in the middle here. Now, what is quite interesting is the number group here, to format numbers here. So there are some quick access at the bottom here, like the dollar percentage. But here, for instance, I know that those are dollars, so I just click on the dollar here. And it formats it automatically. I can just click on this and just decide on a different currency. If there were percentage, I could just press the percentage. This would give me a comma, a pure number, and this is quite good. This allows you to decide on the amount of the decimals that your number will have. So let's say I don't want to muck around with decimals, I'm just going to remove them, and this way. And here I'm going to do the same. I put in dollars and I remove the decimals. Now, other things that you can do if you want more detail, or if you don't have dollars, you can just, let's say I'm just going to click here. You can click on general here, and that would give you a few other things. A currency, just a number, the date and time, we'll see that, a fraction, and a pure text. So, or the general, which is no specific format. So here I'm just going to put everything in dollars, that in dollars. Now I just want to give you a bit of a tip here that I don't see people using often, is the format painter here. So this is extremely useful. Let's say I have another line here. Total 500. I'm using it all the time. So if you want to say have the same format as this one, what you do is you click on the cell that you want to take the format from. You go format painter, and they give you a little brush like this, and you go back to the number that you want to convert to that format. It's beautiful. You do the same here. You go back here. And you can do even better. What you can do is you click on the one that you want to take the format from, and you double click here, and after you can go everywhere and just apply it to several different spots. So let me unclick that and remove those. This is quite good. I suggest that you really use it. It's a good time saver. So now we've seen this. I just wanted to demo the date. Let's say 1st of September on my side of the world. For you, it might be more 9/1, but this is 1st of September here. I'm just going to put a different format for this. If I look at the dates, I could have the long date here. And now this is not large enough, so I double click here and it gives me this. And I want to go back to the short format. It's here. Now, if you want to go even deeper in formatting, you can click at the bottom here, where it gives you more format number. Or what you can do is you can right click here and go at format cells, and under the number you have it here. Actually, while we are not format cells, you can do all the things that we've seen on top. You can do it from right clicking here, and we can see the borders that we've done before. We can see the field that we've done before. But if I go back here on the number, this is where you have additional ways to format your numbers. As you can see, there's quite a lot. Like for instance, my date here. If I want to show the month instead, like this, and it shows me a sample here. So the date would look like this. If I want to back to the full on, it would show like this. If I want to have halfway through, it would show me like this. If you want to have the months spelled out and just the number for the day and the year. The currencies, we've seen that. You can also create custom one, but we'll see that at a later stage. I don't want to overwhelm you at this stage. So this is, oops, so I've taken the wrong format here. So I just go back here and I put my first, actually I'm going to put the long one so everybody understands what I'm referring to here. So that's it for the number part. So conditional formatting and format as a table, I'm going to keep this for a separate video because conditional formatting is very exciting, and this is plays also a big role in your Excel looking professional and easy to read. So I'm going to keep those two for later on. Here they just have some style, which is a quick way, instead of having to go through the standard font group here. You come here and that gives you some predefined formatting. So for instance, the date, if I want to have it in green, press on this and it shows here. If I wanted to have it in this font, I would press here. And here you have all the accent that we have seen before. So this is another way to format the cell, but most of the time we just quickly use those two here, those three for the borders if you want. The borders are to be black usually, otherwise it looks a bit gimmicky, but it depends, or white also. So what I need to do here, I need to go back to more borders, and I need to put the color black or automatic, which is a default color. And here it shows me how it is now. And I want to do around it, and I want to do the inside. So now that puts it back in all black. And I don't really like this either. Sorry, Excel, I don't want to use your own styles. I want to use mine. So I'll just going to put something like this. Or could I go one level darker and put it back in the center? It's still not that. Still need to find another color. Maybe that will do. And then what I do is I drag this to get rid of this. So now this is starting to look a little bit better, a little bit more inviting. Well, depending on if you like those colors or not, obviously. But what we can do is just to quickly change, put that into maybe a blue like this to be consistent, this in a lighter blue. Now, one last thing. We talked about the format painter here. There is another way to do this, to be thorough. What you can do is, and actually that will introduce us to the different types of copy and paste, is you can copy the cell that you're interested in copying the format from. You copy it with Ctrl+C, and then you go where you want to apply the formatting, and you right click and you look at paste options. Paste special, which is hard to say. And one of those, if we ignore the others for the time being, is you can just do the formatting here. I'm not going to paste the value, I'm just going to paste the formatting. Something that can be quite useful when you're dealing with a large amount of cells. Okay, so that closes this video here.